Well, welcome back. You're wondering where AC is this week? Well, I'm in Tony Brown country. So yeah, down in Kaitangata at the mighty Crescent Rugby Football Club. And why am I here today? Well, I thought I'd bring you a wee bit of history and a bit of history about myself. Who is AC? How did he become at Southern and becomes club captain at Southern? Or just a wee bit behind who I am. Back in 1946, my grandfather was here, Don Campbell, and in 1946 they shifted the club from down the road and they bought this stand here in 1946. So for me personally, it has a lot of history behind it, knowing that my grandfather played here in 1946, 47 and 48 I believe, and my father used to sneak down from Balclutha because I was brought up in Balclutha and my father was brought up down the road, and he'd come and play with his cousins down here. And so for me to come back from playing at Southern in the 90s and to come back here and play after having 7 years off because I had a pretty bad back injury was pretty poignant for me to be the third generation to come and play at Kaitangata and play for Crescent, and played a few senior games here and played Prems here as well, which I'm quite proud of. And but I didn't finish my Premier career here. I finished down in Awaka at 40, and that's another story which I'll go into another day. But I did play my rugby down the road in Balclutha as a young lad. I grew up in the Balclutha Rugby Club, so that's where my love for rugby came from, and growing up in a club, and I share that with my son. And now I have a young nephew playing here, young Archie, so I think that's going to make 4 generations. If my son played here, that would make 5 generations, but alas, that's probably not going to happen. So I thought I'd bring you round up down here, and Premier Colts played Dunedin and they lost that game 26-15. I haven't seen William, haven't caught up with him yet, but I'll try and catch up with them, see how they're tracking. They've got a bye this weekend, so they'll be looking forward to the rest and sitting down and getting through their strategies for the next game coming up. Our Premier Development squad, they went up and played Wakawaiti up there, Eastern, and they lost their game 32-0. The boys enjoyed the company of the Eastern boys up there, and sounds like they had a good time, which is always good on a road trip, so it was nice to hear. So they're out at Tyree this weekend, our Premier Development squad. They'll be playing before our Prems, and I've got an interview coming up with Peter McIntyre, so you can watch that next. But next week, I've got an interview with Tom Willis. He's going to talk about our junior rugby and fill you guys in on what's going on in the junior rugby. I'll catch up with him with another date and talk about Tom himself, but next week we'll talk about junior rugby, so we'll catch you then. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's AC here, and I'm here with Peter McIntyre.
How you going, AC?
Good. So I caught up with him because he's an interesting bloke, and this year you come on board at Southern, your first year here.
Yep.
Assistant coach.
Yeah, no, look, it's a lot different to being a head coach, AC, and yeah, I was really stoked when Jo and Case asked me to come along. Also means I'm just able to do a bit of specialisation as well, so specialising in lineouts and maul this year, so I've been really enjoying it. I've been really stoked to be here.
Yeah, and so what differences are you finding from here in university?
Yeah, I think the players are just a wee bit older here than varsity. Yeah. I mean, last year we had a really young team, a lot of first years, so also I think the guys just really switch on.
Yeah.
And you know, they're very coachable. Yeah, but my time at varsity was enjoyable, and but you know, here it's just a sort of a different attitude. Obviously it's a different area in town as well, so you're not coaching students, so yeah. A lot of the time with students they had exams, time off during varsity holidays, where just a different type of play here than what there is at varsity. Yeah,
so we had a win over the varsity last game, and so how did that feel?
Oh, that felt really good. A wee bit bittersweet because a lot of the guys I coached last year, but I was really proud of how we stuck at the game and our game plan. Yeah. And the guys that came on, you know, finished off really well. But you know, it was a good game, and I was really pleased.
Yeah, because they finished pretty strong, didn't they?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that last 25 minutes, we played some really good rugby.
Yeah, and so we've come into a bye week. So how are the boys tracking this over the bye week?
Yeah, look, everyone's been pretty relaxed, and we had a couple of training runs last week, and some of the lads went and played P2s and some played Colts.
Yep.
But everyone's in good fettle, and obviously the atmosphere here is fantastic, and the culture's really good.
Yep.
So just pretty comfortable where we're at. We don't want to get too G'd up too early.
No, that's right.
So still learning a lot. Still a lot of improvement to be had.
Oh, that's awesome. And so we've got Tyree this week out there.
Yep.
So.
Yep, that'll be a test match for us. Went and watched Tyree play on Saturday. They're a very good side. But look, we're looking forward to the challenge as well, and just building slowly during this week, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, because I think they'll be out for a bit of revenge after last year's
I would say so, AC. Yeah. I mean, that's probably one of the better club games I've ever seen, actually. And I've been involved with Premier Rugby for 6 years now, so that was a top class final last year.
Yeah.
So they probably are looking to prove a point, but we've got a good squad, good depth right across the board. So. And our guys will be up for it, as they should be.
Oh, cool. So what time are you kicking off on Saturday?
2:45 out at Tyree. And I think the weather conditions are good, so it should be a good game of code, and just hoping that our supporters get out there and support us. As they have this year. It's been great.
So guys, if you want to go support them, get out to Tyree at 2:45. I'll be on the sideline. Pete will be there. Cheer them on, and I'll see you there. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.